Hello and welcome. My name is Melanie Mason, and I've been a faculty member at the University of Texas Arlington in the Communication Department for the past 15 years. I want to share with you today some of my research that I've been working on as a member of the UTA professional learning community within the analytics focus. My study is called Knock Knock Who's There, and it's talking about effective digital communication with connecting higher education departments to students. And here's the abstract that you're welcome to read. I'm sure it's posted on our website, and then there'll be an opportunity for you to access these slides via SlideShare with a link at the end of this PowerPoint. So my initial question was, how do individual university departments communicate with their student base? And how can we do it better? The first thing I looked at was the current method that the communication department is using in order to communicate on a social media platform. They have a presence not only on Facebook, but Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, but Facebook is their primary mode, and then normally they just push these posts out to the other places with the exception of YouTube, which is used a lot by our broadcast sequence. And the interesting bit of information here that I carried forward is the number of page likes, which is 655. And we're presuming those are unique users. There certainly can be a little differential in there. So looking at Facebook analytics, you can see that we're in the top 10 based on a very simple name search that has the University of Texas Arlington or UT Arlington or the University of Texas Arlington. And if you look at just departmental presence, we're actually number 3. But our number of likes, i.e. our audience, is just a little over half of the next largest department, which is UTA Department of Theater. So we're doing a good job, maybe even a great job, but how can we do it better? The first thing I wanted to look at is who is interacting, and again, Facebook Analytics has some really nice demographics or analytics. They're not particularly in depth, but we can see some general things, such as gender. And the predominant fan that we're talking to on Facebook is women, almost 70%. And that all certainly correlates with UTA statistics of demographics, which tells us that over half of our students are women. I wanted to do some more in-depth study and look at a large data group. From the beginning, our Facebook page was started in 2011. So I looked at 6 years of data. Number of posts was close to 1,200. That frequency came out to almost 2 posts per business day. And then I started looking at the communicative side of it. And it broke down to less than 8% of our posts actually had someone commenting on it. Now shares were close to 20, and likes were averaging about a little over 4 per post. But that commenting part is where I really began to get curious, wanting to use social media as a way to really have a dialogue. And what looks like is happening is that it's really a monologue, that we're just pushing informational pieces out there and not really connecting or engaging with our students. Python did a great thing and showed me how many emoticon clicks were also on those posts. But you can see not, again, a lot of interaction that way. Most people is just hitting a like button and going on. But obviously, those emoticon clicks are skewed toward the positive. I then wanted to see how many majors we have. We run somewhere in the neighborhood of 900, give or take a few, semester per semester. So if we have 900 majors and the page has 655 likes, well, that's interesting relationship there. But who are the 655? Lots of different groups are represented on our page: faculty, current majors, alumni, community partners, and there's going to be movement between those groups, right? Students graduate or don't come back. We develop relationships with new community partners. Faculty sometimes come and go. So I kept thinking, how do we know that we're reaching our core audience, which, after having conversations with our admin who run our Facebook page, should be current majors, right? We want to talk to these other groups, but we really want to focus on the people that are here now. Looking at our current posts, they really fall into 3 different groups with a really heavy focus on getting information out about available internships. We encourage our students in their junior and senior year to get their education outside of the 4 walls of UTA and to really work within the corporate and business world. Then there are UTA important dates, such as when is the next registration, when is drop date, when are holidays. And then finally, we do love to share departmental news, not only about faculty and staff, but also about student projects. And just for reference, here's the post within the last 30 days that's had the most interaction, and it's a congratulatory post for one of our lecturers who won a great grant. And going back to Facebook analytics, we had close to 1,200 people reached and 54 reactions. But again, if you look, it's just those 3 comments. So again, monologic. So here's what we know from that kind of information. Our format is focused on informational items. We want to talk to current majors, and it's very much skewed toward promoting internships. Good news is our posts are positive or neutral in nature and really promote our family positive image of our department, and celebrate our faculty, students, and alumni. And I can say that without reservation. The communication department is a wonderful family of people who truly work together to give our students the best experience on campus. But here's my red flag. Communication is predominantly monologic. So how can we fix that and still work within an efficient manner? Because the people who run our web page, not our web page, our Facebook page, are administrators who have a zillion other things to do. So can we develop some policies that are going to streamline this and help them get the results that they want? My question is Facebook the best option to deliver internship opportunity information? It's very timely, and it's not something that needs to be archived on our Facebook page forever. That internship in 2011 may or may not have another opportunity come up in the summer of 2016. So I've had great experience on smore.com using this digital communication newsletter in order to create orientation modules for my online class. And I truly would like to explore moving that kind of information to something that is more newsletter focused, that faculty that can then share with their students, perhaps via an announcement on Class Blackboard. It has all of the great things of Facebook, but if we could move that information there, so students always know where to look, it's very interactive, it's very user-friendly and intuitive, I think that would open up the Facebook page for more exciting posts and something that perhaps is for a more general audience about student projects or organizations and more departmental events and news. Going forward, I'm wanting to explore how we can do this more effectively. So here's what analytics tell us: who, what, and how. And if we can develop some best practices, that will allow us to reach more of the audience, craft messages that are relevant, and encourage that dialogic communication. So here's 6 points very quickly for best practices that I want to work at going forward with our admins and see if I can help them work with this to make our communication more effective. Engage your audience, develop a strategy, have a human presence. Use social media tools wisely and correctly. Pay attention to those analytics. Dig deeper if you need to with some web mining, but Facebook has some great analytics right there. And certainly use more visuals because it's a proven fact. Lots of research. This is just from buzzsumo.com. 2.3 times more engagement for posts with images. So in conclusion, I do believe further study is necessary, including me really getting in and doing a manual analysis of that audience so I can see who are current majors, what percentage of those likes are people that are right here, right now on campus. And I also want to acquire a better understanding of some information retrieval processes as pertains to social media. Develop some templates to streamline the posts. Request faculty cooperation, which I know with my past history will be forthcoming. And develop a s'more template for our admins so they can just easily, during the week, if something comes in, drop that piece of information in without any trouble at all. Here are some of the, here are the works consulted that I've been looking through while I've been working on this study. And then here are all my contact information: email, Twitter, LinkedIn, Clout, and SlideShare. Thank you so much for joining us today, and please contact me. I'd love to have a dialogue with you about this. Thanks.